Alright, Shalom, Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Happy Sabbath. It's Saturday. I decided to come out here, even though I know it's gonna be dead, but I can still bring a lesson out for the people that might watch the video. If the Lord bring you to it. I'm Kazak Banyan Hawada. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I come out here week in and week out to try to wake up the Negroes, Latinos, and Native American and Seminole Indians to let them know that we are the chosen people of the Most High, and that it's time to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of God that He left for us behind in this Bible, to come back to our true heritage and stop calling ourselves niggas, stop calling ourselves spics, stop calling ourselves what they call the Indians, savages, redskins, stop calling ourselves these bywords and proverbs, and come back to being the holy people of the Most High, being a kingdom of being a nation of kings and priests, like it said in the book of what is that, 1 Peter 2:9, I believe. But I'm gonna just kick into this lesson real quick, and the title of the lesson is is Satan against God? Because a lot of people we got our understanding messed up, due to the lies of the Christian church, due to the lies of the Catholic Church and all of that, due to any religion, basically. A lot of people think that Satan is against the Most High. We got to clear that up through the understanding and realize that Satan works for the Most High. Satan can't do anything unless the Most High ordains it. So, and plus, another thing I might hop into first, we believe that it's Satan. We giving Satan all the credit for all the evil that's happening. When the Most High, when it's the Most High that does good or evil, First, let me start off with that. We're gonna start off with the book of Isaiah. Salakia. We're gonna start off with the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and 7. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So the Most High, He said He forms the light and create darkness. He the one that causes peace on earth. And if He don't want peace on earth, then He gonna bring evil. He the ones that judges. He the ones that ordains your judgment to happen to you. He the ones that decide if somebody is finna get killed tonight. He the one that decide if somebody finna get robbed in the next couple seconds. He the one that decide if somebody finna get into a car crash. Satan don't decide that. Satan and the other spirits on the left hand side, they just go and carry out the acts. But it's the Most High that makes the decision. It's the Most High that gives them the green light to go ahead and do that. They can't do it unless the Most High gives them the go. So let me read that again. It says, I form the light. This Isaiah 45 and 7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So, it's the Most High that does all these things. It's the Most High that causes the evil in the city, which finna lead me to my next precept. It's the Most High that's gonna cause nations to go to war against each other. It's the Most High that caused us to go into the slavery. It wasn't Satan, Everybody talk about Satan doing this, Satan doing that. Hold on, now you gotta acknowledge the Lord. You're giving Satan too much credit. You gotta acknowledge the Lord. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3. Just to link that up. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? So when a trumpet, back in the ancient days, when a trumpet was blown in the city, that mean it was time for war. That mean war was being declared, on and another nation was rising up against you, and they coming up against you, trying to besiege your walls. That's when they blow the trumpet in the city. So when they blow that trumpet, the people gonna be afraid, because they know that their city is finna get besieged. They know that their city is under attack. So that's the Lord saying, shall the trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? And He says, shall there be evil in the city? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? So he said, shall there be evil in the city, and the Most High have not done it? Meaning the Most High causes all evil in the city, like we just read in Isaiah 45. He said, he formed the light, create darkness. He make peace and create evil. So if it's evil in the city, the Lord ordained it. The Lord created it. The Lord said, the Lord told the Spirit to go down and cause that evil. You know, the Lord gave that Spirit to go ahead and do that. Let me go to the book of Sirach real quick to show you that the Most High, he created spirits just to carry out these wicked acts. These spirits don't do that on their own. The spirits, all they can do is obey the word of the Most High. They can't rebel. Like a lot of people think that Satan rebelled against the Lord. A lot of people think that Satan rebelled against the Lord and got casted out of heaven and into hell. Where the hell do it say that in the Bible? It don't say that nowhere in the Bible. You know, that's why we got to clear up our understanding. Come out of these Christian beliefs. Like Yahushua said in the book of Matthew, you can't put new wine into old bottles. So you got to empty out that old bottle of Christian belief and then start putting that new wine in there. Start putting in that new understanding. You know, you got to come to it. You got to come to this word as a child. Because what a child don't know nothing. You know, you can tell a child anything and they'll believe it. So you know, when you come to this word, you got to come as a child, basically as you don't know anything, so you can be taught from the ground up again. We're gonna go to the book of Sirach. Is it 39? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. Because we got to remember, the Most High, he ordains everything that happens on the earth. So you know, if there's something evil that happens, you know, it's a spirit that he sent down to cause that evil. So you know, we gonna go to the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. So it's spirits that created for vengeance. Who is the creator? The Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. It says, this Sirach 39 and 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So it said they appease the wrath of him that made them. Who made them? The Most High, God, Yahweh. You know, he made them. They appease the wrath that he gave unto them. You know, they appease his wrath. You know, like he ordained something to happen. If he mad at somebody, he not pleased with somebody's works, he gonna send the evil spirit down to cause them judgment. You know, if he not pleased with your works, he gonna send the spirit down to have you get in a car crash. He gonna send the spirit down to get you robbed. Slacky. Judgment to be casted upon you, you know, the Most High not pleased with your works, you know, then he go send that spirit down to put that evil upon you, you know, put that evil judgment upon you. So you know, that's why he said the spirit's created for vengeance. Whose vengeance? For the Lord's vengeance, you know. So this Sirach 39 and 28 again, it says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So they go pour out their force and appease the wrath of the Most High. You know, they go please him with their works because they going to do what he told them to do. You know, Satan don't rebel against God. He can only do what the Most High told him to do. Let me get that real quick. Let's go to the book of Job. We got to come out of these Christian beliefs. We got to come out of this false understanding. This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. It says, now there was a day when the sons of God, peep that, it said the sons of God. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. Who are the sons of God? Those are the angels, the spirits that the Most High created. So he said, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. So if Satan came with the sons of God, that makes Satan what? A son of God. Satan got created by the Most High. So how can the Most High's own creation rebel against him? Unless the Most High ordains it. How can and they can't even rebel against him. Matter of fact, let me go back to the book of Sirach real quick. Let me go back to the book of Sirach. Chapter 17. It might be 16. I think it's 17 though. Con, it's 16. So talk about the angels, how they can't disobey the Lord. We gotta come out of this false understanding that the devil, Satan, that he rebelled against the Most High and got casted out of heaven. It don't say that in this book. It don't say that nowhere in the Bible. It's Sirach chapter 16. I'm gonna start at 26. It says, the works of the Lord are done in judgment from the beginning, and from the time he made them, he disposed the parts thereof. So the works of the Lord, what are the works of the Lord? Those are the angels, They carry out the work of the Most High. They carry out the deeds of the Most High. They do whatever he tells them to do. The Most High don't get off the throne. He tell his angels to do something, and they go do it. They say Khan out of one Khan, and they go commit the act that he told them to do. So this Sirach chapter 16 verse 27, it says, he garnishes his works forever, and in his hands are the chief of them unto all generations. They neither labor nor are weary, nor cease from their works. So they can't stop from their works. They don't get tired. The angels don't get tired. They don't overwork themselves, because that's what they was created for. They can only do what they was created for, and that's carry out the works of the Most High. Verse 28, Sirach 16 and 28. This is the key right here. This is the key point right here. It says, none of them hindereth another. So don't none of the angels hindereth another, unless the Most High ordains it. Like how you might read in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, how you might read in the book of Daniel, chapter 7, how one of the archangels was hindered, That's because the Most High ordained that to happen, But back to Sirach 16 and 28, it says, none of them hindereth another, and they shall never disobey his word. So the angels can't never disobey the Most High's word. It's within them. It's built within them to obey the Most High. It's built within them to carry out whatever he tells them to do, And they gotta listen to it. They don't got no choice. That's what they was created for, to carry out the works of the Most High. When the Most High created Yahawashi first, and then he used Yahawashi to create all the angels. Then that's when all the angels was created. And then the Most High was like, okay, now create the earth. So the angels was like, Khan out of one Khan, sir. So they created the earth and did as the Most High pleased, like you read in Genesis 1:1. It don't say the Most High created the earth himself. It say the powers created the earth. He used the angels to create that. When you read it in the Hebrew, it say the Alahayim, which mean the powers. So see, this Sirach 16 and 28 again, it says, none of them hindereth another, and they shall never disobey his word. So the angels, they can't disobey the Most High. They can't go off. They can't go off to their own understanding. They can't be like, no, I don't think the Lord was right. I don't think the Lord was right with this decision. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this. They can't do that, man. They gotta do what the Lord told them to do. If the Lord told them to go kill that child, they gotta come down and kill that child. If the Lord tell them, to come and put coronavirus on the earth, that's what they gonna do. They gotta do that. So we're gonna go back to the book of Job. Going back to the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6, it says, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. So keep this in mind, Satan is the son of God. He got to do whatever the Most High say, like we just read in Sirach, you know, the angels can't disobey his word. You know, they got to do what the Most High tell them to do. And it says, and the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? He said, where you coming from, Satan? What you was doing? You know, where you coming from? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. So Satan said to the Lord, I've been going to and fro in the earth. So now, if Satan got casted out of heaven and he bound in hell to be the ruler down there, how the hell is he going to and fro in the earth and walking up and down in it, causing all of this mischief? You know, we got to come out of these false doctrines and these false philosophies, man. You know, it's time out for all of that. We got to come into this true understanding. You need to pick up this book and stop listening to your lying-ass Christian pastor, listening to whatever he tell out of his own belly. You probably don't even got no Bible in front of him, man. And you just listening to what he telling you. It said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Verse 8, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth God and eschew of evil. So the Most High said, because the Most High, he the one that ordained Satan to go and do the work that he do. So the Most High said, have you considered my Job? You know, go ahead, he perfect. You know, he ain't been going off. He ain't been committing no sins. You know, he been doing his sacrifices on time. You know, he been praying, fasting, worshiping the Lord. You know, paying his tithes and all of that. You know, he a perfect man. So you know, go ahead and go down there and test him out. Go ahead and test him out to see if he as perfect as I think he is. You know. So verse 9, it says, then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear God for naught? So Satan said to the Lord, is you sure that Job fear you? Is you sure that Job is one of your humble servants? You know, is you sure that Job is this righteous man that you consider him to be? And then verse 10, it says, hast not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he have on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. So that's Satan telling the Most High, he only your servant because you keep blessing him. You know, he only being so righteous because you gave him all of this stuff. You multiplying all of his sheep. You got him in this big house. You know, you got his family all big and wealthy. You know, that's the only reason he's serving you. But take away everything that he got, and he go curse you. You know, that's what Satan trying to say. You know. Verse 11. So this Satan again, he said, but put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. So Satan told the Most High, you know, take away everything that he got, take away everything that you've been blessing him with, and he gonna curse you. He ain't gonna want to worship the Most High. He ain't gonna want to worship you no more because you done took away everything that he have, and he not in the abundance of his riches no more. Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. So the Most High was like, okay, we gonna put it to the test then. You know, go ahead and go down there and take away everything that Job got. You know, go ahead and kill his kids. You know, go ahead and have robbers come and take away all of his flocks. You know, go ahead and have his wife turn up against him. You know, which is all that happened in the story of Job. You know, Satan caused all of that because the Most High told him to. You know, Satan can't do anything unless the Lord gives him the go. Unless the Lord tell him to go ahead and commit these acts against the people. You know. So we got to come out of that false understanding, that false ideology. What's up, brother? You know your nationality?
Yep.
What is it?
American descendant of slaves. There you go.
But what that mean, brother? Let me ask you a question. All right, brother, you're an Israelite, brother. You got to repent and keep the commandments. Talk about I'm American descendant of slavery. Is that something to be proud of, man? That ain't nothing to be proud of. Our people out here gone, man, for real, bro. But back to the topic, though. So we got to come out of the false ideology that Satan does what he wants and that Satan rebels against the Most High. When only Satan can only do what the Most High tell him to do. And if the Most High tell Satan not to touch you, Satan can't do nothing to you. You know, if the Most High tells Satan to come and take away everything that you got, then Satan gonna come and do what the Most High said. You know, all the angels gotta do what the Most High said. Like we read in Sirach, they can never disobey His word. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 103. Book of Psalms, chapter 103, verse 20. It says, "Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do His commandments." So the angels do the Most High's commandments, hearkening unto the voice of His word. So you know the angels, they do the Most High's commandments and they hearken unto the voice. That means they listen. They listen to what He tell them and they go Salakia. They listen to what He tell them to do, and then they go and fulfill the orders, man. They can't do nothing else besides that. Esau over there trying to listen to the word. So now we gonna get another account of how the Most High got control of these evil spirits, you know. We gonna go to the book of Kings. Is it First Kings or Second Kings? Salakia. Come on, so we gonna go to the book of First Kings, chapter 22, and verse 19. It says, this 1 Kings 22 and 19, it says, "And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on His throne, and all the host of heaven sitting by Him on His right hand and on His left hand." So the angels that sit on His right hand, those are the righteous angels. The angels that sit on the left hand, those are the left-hand angels, the ones that commit the wicked acts, the ones that He tell to go and kill somebody, the ones that He tell to go put curses on, the ones that He tell to go send destruction about the earth. You know, those are the ones that sit on the left-hand side. So we're gonna see what the Most High tell them to do. This 1 Kings 22 and 19, it says, "And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on His throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by Him on His right hand and on His left. And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?" So the Most High asking the spirits that surround him, who go and persuade this king so that he could go down and go to war and get killed, man. Because the Lord wanted that brother dead. So the Lord saying, the Lord up there having counsel in the heavens, in the fourth dimension, you know, in the spirit world, You know, he asking the spirits that He created, you know, who go down and persuade this brother to go to war so he could get killed off in the war. You know, that's what the Lord is consulting with the spirits. Verse 20 again, it says, "And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner." So you know, now the angels, they coming with their ideas. They're like, now the angels, they coming with their ideas. They like, I'm gonna go do this. You know, let me do this, Lord. Let me do this. You know, and other angels, let me do this. Let me do that. You know, and then so the Most High, He considering their ideas. He considering the ideas that they bring to the table. And then another spirit had came. Verse 21. "And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him." So this other spirit came from the left-hand side and was like, "I'll persuade him. I'll do it. I'll persuade him, Lord. I'll carry out the act." Verse 22, "And the Lord said unto him, Wherewith?" So the Most High said, "How you gonna do it? You know, what's your plan? What's your idea? You know, what's the strategy that you finna go about to go get this man killed?" And the Lord said unto him, "Wherewith?" And he said, "I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets." So this angel said, "I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go down to the earth, and I'm gonna cause all his prophets to lie to him." So when he asked if I could, if I'm gonna win this war, I'm go into the mouth of the prophets and I'm gonna tell them, yeah, you go win this war. You go conquer all of them people. You go down and you go slay all their ass, and you go be able to and you go be ruler over them. You know, so he went forth to be that lying spirit in the mouth of his prophets. You know, the Most High ordained that to happen. It says, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. So the Lord gave him to go. He was like, okay, that's a good idea. You know, you go ahead and persuade him to go to war and get killed in this war. You know, and you go prevail. You go succeed in what you finna do. So go ahead and go do it. You got the green light now. Go ahead and go carry out the act. Go ahead and go do this work that you just said you was gonna do. You know. Verse 23. Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. So yeah, that's it on that. So the Most High, you know, he sent that lying spirit. He let that spirit come down and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all dude prophets. You know, so to convince dude to go ahead and go to war so he could get killed. So just like we read in the book of Amos, you know, the Lord do the evil in the city. You know, the Lord makes like we read in the book of Isaiah, the Lord makes peace and creates evil. You know. What's up, brother? Can I ask you a question? Yeah. All right. What's your nationality? Huh? African? Like you come from Africa, or you descend from over here? You from Africa? What part? The whole country? Africa a big country. What part are you from? I mean, that's a continent. All right, brother. You're an Israelite, brother. Whatever, man. You know, our people, they gonna stay lost out here. Thinking they Africans, thinking they Hamites, man. We not no damn Hamites, man. You know? Everybody want to believe what the so-called white man tell you. Everybody got this veil over their eyes, believing what the so-called white man they put into the school system, believing what the so-called white man puts on the TV. We got to come out of that false ideology. That's why I'm going in on this topic now. You know, we got to come out of the false ideology that Satan is against the Most High. Satan can only do what the Most High tells him to do. Ask you a question?
Sir.
What's your nationality?
African American.
Now, did you know that African American, that's the name of two white men?
Yeah, sure.
So how did our people get to America?
I don't know. How did we get here?
We wasn't slaves.
I'm sorry?
I said when we slaves?
We still are.
Right, so we still are. So did you know that's in the Bible? You did? So why you saying you African American then? I'm trying to show you what you are, but you walking away. You're an Israelite, sis. Whatever, don't nobody want to believe, man. But that's the book of Deuteronomy. Wait, hold on. What's that? Judges, is it 5? Might be 11. Salakia, bear with me. So this the book of Judges. This another account of the Lord sending an evil spirit. You know, that's why we got to come out of these false ideologies. We got to come out of this Christian church. We got to come out of these mindsets. You know, this the book of Judges, chapter 9, verse. I'm gonna start at. Start at 22. It says, when Abimelech had reigned 3 years over Israel, then the Most High sent an evil spirit between Abimelech and the men of Shechem, and the men of Shechem dealt treacherously with Abimelech. So you know, when Abimelech was reigning 3 years over Israel, the Most High sent the evil spirit for the men of Shechem to basically be treacherous against Abimelech. You know, the Most High made them come up against him. The Most High made them deal falsely with that brother. You know, so the Most High, he sends these evil spirits down, like we read in the book of Sirach. There be spirits created for vengeance. You know, so the Most High, he sends these evil spirits down to commit the acts that he wants them to do. You know. So let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. It says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. So the Most High said he kills and he makes alive. You know, he the one that makes all these decisions. You know, he the one to decide if you finna wake up when in the morning or not. You know, he the one decide. He the one decide if your granny finna get that cancer. You know, he the one decide if your daughter finna get chicken pox. He the one decide if you finna die from the coronavirus. You know, he the one decides all of these decisions. You know, it's not Satan. Satan don't take lives from people unless the Most High says so. Satan can't do nothing unless the Most High tells him to do so. Verse Deuteronomy 32 and 39 again. It says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So can't nobody deliver nobody out the Lord's hand, you know. So when somebody die on that hospital bed, you know, Satan don't blame that on Satan, man. You know, when somebody get in a car crash and they can't walk no more, don't blame that on Satan. You know, that's the Most High made that decision for whatever wickedness you was doing on this earth, or whatever wickedness that you was doing in your past life. You know, so we gotta come out of these false ideologies. We gotta come to the true understanding. You know, through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know. So with that being said, I'm going ahead. I'm call her today. I know this was a short lesson, but you know, Lord willing, somebody was edified through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And I want to say, call halal Yahweh